I can't believe it. If things keep going this way, the whole world will burn to the ground. Well, me and Gary had a talk, and we really don't feel like playing today.
Yeah, so you can put your bait and fishing pole away. We aren't biting.
Oh, well, aren't you too clever with your fishing metaphors? Well, it just so happens that I have a secret weapon when it comes to you two spoiled sports not wanting to argue with me.
You don't mean having another temper tantrum, do you? Because I'm not opposed to beating you with a shovel if you start one.
Please, I'm a mature monster who has grown well past having a temper tantrum.
Then your secret weapon better not be bribery. Those gift vouchers you gave me for massages last time were expired, and the massage parlor was closed by the Opinion County Health Department.
It's not my fault that they found hepatitis A, B, and Q at that place.
He's got nothing, Gary. Let's go back to staring at the walls.
I do have a secret weapon, and it goes a little something like this.
Hey guys, what are you talking about?
The Pope has cheesed me off.
No! The Pope has you cheesed off? Why? Don't ask him why. Now we'll have to argue with him. What? What did I do?
Nothing, they're just jerks. Now, I believe you asked me why the Pope has me cheesed off?
Yeah, I like this new Pope. He has the smell of progressiveness about him.
Well, I don't. First off, he's Catholic.
Get out.
No, really. And any conservative Christian worth his weight in tithes knows that being a Catholic is almost as bad as being an atheist.
Now I smell a little jealousy. Yeah, you right-wing conservative Christians wish you could get the amount of money the Catholic Church gets. I bet guys like Pat Robertson and Billy Graham have daydreams of being draped in the finest robes and worshipped like a god by millions of people worldwide.
That would be awesome. I'd have a big hat with the letter F on it and gold. I'd have these robes. It looks so great. But I'm not jealous or anything.
No, of course not.
Everyone knows that the Roman Catholic Church is controlled by Satan.
Of course. Let's get this over with. Why are you upset with the Pope?
Well, he's doing it all wrong. Popes are supposed to be easy targets to criticize. I mean, in my sermons, how can I point out the hypocrisy of a pope extolling the virtues of giving up wealth and working with the poor while being driven around in limos, eating the finest fruits, and sleeping with the prettiest of altar boys, when this pope dresses in regular old boring robes, eats with poor people, and takes the bus?
Well, I think it's great. It's about time the Catholic Church catch up to the rest of us socially. Yeah, I like Pope Francis. He's humble, and he's really sticking it to the 1%. Even if he is an alien from Regulus 5.
Well, I don't. It's bad enough that the Catholic Church accepts science and endorses the theories of the Big Bang and evolution. But if they get progressive about gays and wealth inequality and women, how will we conservative creationists going to compete with them?
So you're upset because you're afraid that more people will gravitate away from your tiny Jesus lunatic cult to the gigantic Jesus lunatic cult?
What? You don't like Pope Francis and the Roman Catholic Church? But he said that all atheists could get into heaven, that gays weren't any of his business, that rich people who valued wealth over human suffering were scumbags.
He said that?
I'm paraphrasing. You're telling me you don't like him? He's perfect for you.
Pope Francis has said a lot of things, but what has he done? How many priests have gone to prison for abuse? Where are the mandates allowing women to be priests? Or that priests could marry? He talks a good game, but as far as I'm concerned, if he actually doesn't change anything, then fuck him.
Hey, yeah. He actually hasn't done anything, really. Well, he did fire that one bishop who spent like $1 million on a bathtub renovating his home, but that's about it. Thanks, Jason. You've shown me that Pope Francis is a non-threat.
What have you done?
You comforted Fundy Monster.
I didn't mean to. It happened by accident. I just don't trust the Pope. Look, On social issues, the Roman Catholic Church has a lot of work to do. Pope Francis could be the first step toward a more just, socially responsible, and tolerant church.
The problem with you is that you want that to change right now. You want the Roman Catholic Church to go from what it was under Pope Palpatine to the liberal, non-misogynist, non-homophobic, peaceful fantasy religion you have in your head.
No, I don't. If this is about getting what I want, then I would love to see the Catholic Church disappear like a fart in the wind, taking all of the other Christian, Muslim, and Judeo religions with it.
But can't you at least acknowledge progress when you see it?
Sure, when something actually happens. Right now he's like Barack Obama.
The Pope is from Africa?
No. Remember back when Obama was running for president, he talked like a progressive, and we all got behind him and supported him.
Speak for yourself. I voted for Rick Perry. He wasn't on the ballot.
I wrote him in. As I was saying, now that Obama's in office, we've seen his progressiveness disappear. We're still committed to Afghanistan, Gitmo is still open, and now we're killing people with flying robots.
So you're saying that until you see some action, you're not going to jump on the pro-Pope Francis bandwagon?
Exactly. I mean, all this progressive talk could just be a way for people to like the Roman Catholic Church after all these years of sexual abuse scandals.
What do you guys think? Is Pope Francis all talk, or does he actually represent a change for the Roman Catholic Church?
Or is this a PR campaign designed to restore faith into the RCC after a decade of scandal?
Comment down in the comment dungeon.
So, you helped Fundy Monster.
Yeah, this Sunday I'm going to expose Pope Francis for the fraud he is. He's all talk and no action. It's all a publicity stunt to save the Roman Catholic Church's reputation. Stick with the First Monstitarian Church, I'll say.
So, how does it feel to hear your arguments coming out of Fundy's mouth, Jason?
What is that thing called?
Some alcohol?
No, I got it. I need a suicide watch. I need one of those. Intimate questions. Hello, my fellow Opinion Villagers. Today is January 10th, 2014, and it's National Cut Your Energy Costs Day and League of Nations Day. So, cut your energy costs. Sure, it's the coldest winter since ever. And then light a candle for the League of Nations, the United Nations predecessor, which was formed after World War II to prevent war and foster peace. And they did a great job until World War II. You know, that war that involved almost every nation on Earth, killed millions, and ended with the invention of atomic warfare. You know what? Fuck that. Don't light a candle for the League of Nations. In fact, thanks, League of Nations. You did a great job preventing World War II. Okay, enough of that horse mess. Let's move on to intimate questions. Remember, every week I pick 5 questions addressed to intimate questions out of the comment section and try to answer them here in this lovely little forum. What am I trying to say? Forum, that's the word. But before we start, I would like to welcome the hundreds of new Opinion Villagers that we've gained over the last week. Welcome. Hallophilic NC asks, do you have any character guide or something? As an Opinion-Ville noob, I would like to get some info before I go back and watch thousands of hours. Sideways smiley face. Sure, Halophilic NC, here you go.
Puppet Jason, aka PJ, aka Jason. Skeptic, reactionary, prone to fits of hyper-rage. AJ, conspiracy theorist, paranoid, believes that the world is filled with Twinkie filling. Imaginary Gary, sexual omnivore and pro-sex advocate. Fundy Monster, openly gay, right-wing conservative creationist Christian. Engaged to Raoul J. Raoul. Sensi, robotic content censor with the soul of a 4-year-old. Oswald, big, blue, unintentionally dangerous, kinda dumb, and sweet as pie. Raoul J. Raoul, executive producer of the show, Fundy Monster's fiancé. Reverend Eustace Pone, Southern born-again megachurch creationist minister. Vermont. Intern and opportunist. Con man. Grammy Yum Yum. Fundy Monster's grandma and exhibitionist. Currently dating imaginary Gary. Bob Satan. Could be the drug-addled prince of darkness, or could just be a drug-addled monster. Cleghorn. Hardcore men's rights advocate and race realist. Autumnal. Former gang leader, now New Age holistic healer. Spiritualist and fortune teller. Dating AJ. Sass. FBI agent and Puppet Jason's girlfriend. Dr. Shambleton Bunk. Huckster of holistic and homeopathic snake oil. Professor Quentiforce Dunderhead. Scientific genius and militant anti-theist. Trudeau. Jewish, intermediate school teacher, and video game enthusiast. Internet troll. Internet troll.
My Thousand Faces asks, intimate question for Jason's. Isn't the emotional trauma of telling small children they need to go into a box and tell a man of all the bad things they've done so they can be forgiven and then eat the flesh and drink the blood of a cosmic zombie to prevent them from going to a place of eternal suffering kind of a bad point of Catholicism?
Nope. Let's pretend that you're about to take communion and you're prepared to eat the body and drink the blood of Christ. And then what you get is a tasteless dry cracker and some watered down cheap wine. If you can't work out that there is something fishy going on, then let's just say you aren't equipped for critical thinking.
Anubis2814 asks, what's up with the extra I in intimate questions? The extra I in intimate questions is an accident. While I was making the title card for this segment, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning and I was half asleep, and when I typed in intimate, I had added an extra I by accident. Now here's the thing, I didn't notice it, and you guys didn't notice it for about 3 or 4 episodes. Either that or you guys noticed it and were too polite to say anything. When my spoil-rotten son finally noticed it and harangued me over it, I decided that I would fix it. But I thought what would be funnier is if I just created an animatic that just scratched out the extra I, rather than just fix it and pretend like nothing happened. I like pointing out my mistakes. Mr. X00666 asks, why is it that the most vocal haters of gay people tend to actually be gay themselves? Is it that they've grown up with people who have continually voiced their hatred onto others like them, that they think that they'll be the loudest haters of the group, and that way no one will think that they themselves are gay at all, when in reality they are gay? Maybe a coping mechanism? Would they be less self-hating than they are now if perhaps they grew up surrounded by a more tolerant community? When I see a prominent anti-gay conservative outed in the media or in the public, I don't get angry, nor do I laugh. I pity them. They are victims of their religion, just as anyone else could claim to be. They've been raised to loathe themselves. They live in a life where they fear if they ever revealed how they truly feel, their truth selves, that they would not just lose their families, but their friends, their religion, and their community. So, yeah, I think things would have been better for them had they been raised in a different household. I don't think they would have been raised so closeted, and they definitely wouldn't have chosen to be vocally anti-gay to kind of throw attention off themselves. Colossus Maximus asks, meet Jason. Do you think all other YouTube channels, personalities could benefit from acknowledging their viewers like you do in your intimate questions and shoutouts? It would be nice to see at least some of the channels acknowledge their subscribers. I mean, aside from...
Hey, all of my subscribers, make sure to comment and thumbs up and go to our Zazzle store.
Or...
Thanks for watching, and now give me money so I can keep making these videos that you guys watch.
Or...
Support me through Patreon, Kickstarter, PayPal. Send me cash through the mail. Give me your credit card numbers.
If you think it's unfair of me to suggest that most other channels acknowledge their subscribers when they want some money, all I have to say is that the Opinion Store is open for another week. Boy, that made me feel like a whore. Okay, that's it this time around, my Dudleyest of do-rights. Until next time, this has been Jason with a D.
Moving on up to the sun, to the...
Hey, what happened to Mr. Cranky Face Puss Pants?
Huh? What do you mean, my blue friend?
You are a big bucket of cranky crabs, but today you're a big bucket of happy crabs.
Well, last week I took a look at the number of subscribers we had left to shout out, and it was less than 700. Do you know what that means?
I don't like math.
It's not a math problem. It just means that we are more than halfway done. I can see a light at the end of the shout-out tunnel.
Oh, so can I do some shouty pouties now?
Go for it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Oswald, and if you are a new sub, then I will be your shouter-outer for today. Hello, Red Spa. I had a red spa once, but my mom put some ointment on it, and I didn't wear underwear for a week, and it cleared right up. With Endu. Are you like a kid's magician? The truth hurts. You spell truth the same way I do. That means that you have a learning deficit. Atlantic Zealot. Are you a zealot in the Atlantic area or a zealot for the Atlantic Ocean? Bad Medicine 88. You know what's bad medicine? Triaminic yellow cough syrup. You give that to children you hate. Fertig Selbstern Dan Dil Selben Sternen Danden Dillage Stellen Dernden. I'm sorry, Fertig, I tried. I really tried. PJ Psycho. Is that a serial killer who murders people in their onesies? 'Cause that is pretty psycho. Tim does stuff. What kind of stuff? Maybe the stuff you do is to send cookies and candy to your favorite blue YouTube monster. No self. That's kind of a bleak name. Stress Blister. Where do you get stress blisters? Like in your brain, probably. That's a pretty gross name, Stress Blister. Made Things Make Believe, aka Devin Price. Oh, an AKA name. I always wanted to have an AKA name like Oswald Fuzzy Bridges, aka Super King of the Universe. Okay, that's no more. Remember to tell Jason with a D if you subbed and didn't get your shout out yet. Bye. Hey, Jason.
Yeah?
I thought we got a whole bunch of new subs, so we got more than 700 left.
We couldn't have gotten that many, could we? I mean, we're just a stupid puppet satire channel.
Is 1,400 a big number?
Yes.
Well, that's how many shouties we've got.
Yay.
There's the big bucket of cranky crabs I love.
Oh, hey everybody, thanks for watching. And please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Or if you want to watch the previous episode, press the previous episode button. Or if you want to visit the store, which was supposed to be closed like 3 weeks ago, then check down in the links below, and there's a link there for the store. And, yeah. That's it for me. Why are you still staring at me? I mean, I'm off the clock now, right? Am I getting paid? Yet, the camera. It's compelling. Makes me want to keep talking to it. Like a friend. An old friend. Where am I going with this dialogue, anyway? Did you write this? Were you sick? Did you have a fever when you wrote it? No, because it just kind of trails off and then it says that I'm supposed to do a song and dance, which I am not doing.